I'm Carter Myers. Welcome to another episode of Two Dogs on a Leash. Today we got a super special guest on, the new freshman football coach and tight end coach, and now baseball coach.
So no, I will not be doing. I did middle school baseball this year, but I will not do that next year.
Okay.
So
too much with the freshman team.
yes, freshman team, and then I got two little girls at home that I want to hang out with in the spring and everything. So just freeing up a little bit of time with them.
What was that decision like, to wanting to be a freshman coach, and then how did you kind of go up and get that job?
Yeah, so the opportunity kind of presented itself when Coach Sabache made the decision that he was not going to coach anymore. And I kind of just, it was one of those things in the back of my mind when I first kind of started falling in love with coaching and everything, that I feel like I could do a good job with that program. And I kind of just mentioned it to Coach Cutt, and it just kind of started the ball rolling a little bit, and it kind of worked itself out, and here we are. And so now we have a great opportunity to work with a bunch of good upcoming ninth graders. We've had a spring with them and everything, and really just seeing them grow, because that's the biggest jump from that middle school to high school, and helping them throughout that process of transitioning to high school. And so I really enjoy being a part of it so far.
So how long have you been coaching for?
This is my 8th year coaching. So I student taught here at Oxford High School. I was fortunate enough there, and I was volunteer coaching that spring semester, and that's when I kind of fell in love with it. I was fortunate enough to get a job here my first year out teaching math, and I was a 9th grade assistant then. And then I did that for 2 years, and Coach Ballman decided to step away from the varsity staff, and that opened up a position on the varsity staff as well. And so I've been coaching tight ends for the varsity for the last 6 years. And then now this role, I'll still be with the varsity tight ends, but I'll also be the head 9th grade coach as well.
But in the 8 years that you've coached, what's the most effective way you found to like push a kid or get them where you need them to be?
So I really pride myself on relationship building, and I'm more than just what can you do for me on the football field. I want to know you as a person, and know that my players, that I love them, I care about them. I want them to be great people, not only the best players that they can possibly be. And I think when you get that relationship with that kid, with that player, and they know you care, and you're pushing them to try to be the best version of themselves, they do some pretty amazing things, and they'll go through walls for you at times. Now, I'm not asking anybody to go through a wall or anything, but just knowing that I care enough to push them and everything, and it really falls back on relationships. And really, our football staff as a whole is really focused on that relationships, because if you have that relationship, I can hold you accountable and keep you to that standard. But I am going to build you up. I may have to break you down a little bit because you're not doing what we want our standard to be, but I can build you back up because I have that foundation of a good relationship with them.
With the staff, I think you said, I think it was my 9th grade year, you said that you were able to kind of go out there every day and have fun because you're with your best friends.
Oh, 100%.
And I mean, that sounds awesome to me. What's that kind of like, getting to hang out with all your buddies?
I mean,
go to work
so we have a really tight-knit group. We like to rag each other a little bit, but it's just like, it's fun. Those guys, like, I love them. Like, they're a part of my family. Like, if I had to like redo my wedding and have my wedding party, I think that half of them would be the Oxford football staff. I mean, I could list on every single name and just talk about kind of the relationship we have, but really it's just a tight-knit group, and we're all kind of going the same direction. We all feel the same way. We love the kids. We want them to be successful. We want to win football games, but at the end of the day, we want to put the players in the best position to be the best versions of themselves.
I don't want to give anything away because I think this might be a joke you tell upcoming freshmen.
Okay.
But I thought you and Dotson were like cousins for at least 2 years.
Oh, yeah. So, Dotson, he pushes it out a little bit more than I do. Yes. So he has this joke. So it's Logan Dotson and Ben Logan. So it gets confusing. Like I get emails that are supposed to go to him. He gets emails that are supposed to go to me. And so we have similar personalities. We teach similar. And so kids do get confused. I get called Coach Dotson all the time. But Coach Dotson will go in there and say, yeah, we're cousins. His grandmother is my grandmother, the maiden name
Yeah.
kind of deal. But yeah, there's probably still people walking around in the halls that think we're cousins.
How do you, I mean, not to give away trade secrets, but how do you go in there and then game plan for the next week? Like, what does the day-by-day kind of strategy look like to plan for a game on Friday night?
So varsity, we meet as a staff on Sunday, and we kind of go and watch our film and really focus on ourselves for that first half, and then we transition to kind of focusing on the team that we're upcoming and trying to see what's the best, what's our best runs, what's our best passes or formations to put us in the best place to be able to run the ball effectively and pass the ball effectively. And on a smaller scale, we kind of do that in freshman ball as well. We've only had just this spring where we've had to be able to prepare, but really we had 10 days to prepare for our spring game last night. And so the first kind of 8 days, we're making sure that we know where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to be doing it, executing plays. And then those last 2 to 3 days there was really focused on, hey, these are the plays that are going to be successful against what they will show us, and we're giving them looks and things like that so that they feel prepared. The biggest thing that we want as a coaching staff is when we hit Friday night, our kids are confident in what we're doing and confident that it can be successful and know what to do and just go out and do it.
I think you, or at least the tight ends, build kind of a base of what plays we're going to run throughout the season. And then Monday, before a game, we would kind of throw in like I don't know, 4, however many plays, and we would look at those for the install.
Right.
How do you kind of develop those, and is that a conversation that you have with Cutcliffe, like they're going to do this, they're going to do that, so we should probably add?
100%. Really, we're laying down the foundation of just kind of the category and the full playbook in the spring and the summer. And on a given week, we're probably not running our full playbook, but we always have the access to, hey, let's fall back on, hey, you remember when we did this? This will be successful this week. And so just building that catalog so you have answers for different teams and different fronts, and putting plays that work against different fronts and different things like that. But having that kind of category, but then knowing that you're not going to be able to rep 20 different plays in a given week. And so being purposeful that says, hey, this is what's going to be the plays that are going to give us the most success. Let's get really good at what we do. And we've done a really good job over that the last few years of being purposeful and intentional about what we're doing and how we're doing it.
How do you kind of set the standard each week or each year that you're going to go out here and then make it far in the playoffs and win the state championship? And no matter what the result is the season before, whether you make playoffs, don't make playoffs, go far in the season, how do you kind of keep yourself humble and then keep that expectation?
Well, I think it starts with Coach Cutcliffe and just our mission and vision of the Oxford football team. We're trying to build champions on and off the field, and when we do that, we're trying to get better every day. And if you're getting better every day and you're building throughout the season, right, because really you're talking about non-region play. Non-region play, those first 4 or 5 games, right, are really just about getting better, because in the grand scheme of things, like, they look good on your record and everything, but we kind of treat that as a preseason because they don't affect playoffs or anything like that. So in that preseason thing, we're trying to build to get better so that when we're hitting region play, we're playing our best football. And then when we go to region play, we're trying to get better every week. And so if you're getting better every week through region play, you're making the playoffs, and then you're just getting better every week. And the best teams that are playing at the end of the year have just grown tremendously from that first non-region game to all the way, that if we're doing what we're doing and preparing how we're preparing and holding ourselves to that standard and getting better every day, the results kind of work itself out. Coach Cutcliffe talks all the time about freedom from failure, right? And so everybody has a goal to be the state champion, but there's only one team that can do that. There's 32 teams in the 7A, and so what you've got to do is just every day your mindset being, hey, I got to get better today. I can control what I can control with my habits and my effort, my energy throughout practice. And so if we're just building each day and getting better every day, the results will work itself out. You'll be free from that failure. If you're it's Tom Brady-esque and Kobe Bryant, that process of just going through and getting better every day is what we kind of put our hat on more than winning every single game that we roll out there, because there may be a tight game. I mean, we played a bunch of tight games last year, and we got better in that game. The result didn't go like we wanted to, but we were building in the right direction. So we can take away from that and build on that and go into the next week there.
I think you've coached probably a multitude of amazing tight ends, but
Yes.
including myself.
Oh, 100%, yeah. So I wish you were still out there with us, man.
But what was
Door's
it like?
still open.
Door's still open.
Yes, come on now.
But more specifically, I feel like we kind of have to talk about one person, which is JJ Piggies.
Yes, of course.
How did you kind of? I think I was talking to Dodson about it when I had his class. He was
Right.
like, I mean, we could put him anywhere. I put him at
Oh,
outside
100%.
receiver.
Yes.
How did you kind of manage him as a tight end, and what was it like to just throw him out there wherever?
JJ, first and foremost, is just a special person. Like, yes, he is a special football player, but as a person, like, he is top notch. Like, he's always around our program still. He's coming around, and you can tell this program means so much to him. I mean, this guy's about to go get drafted next week, and he's out there holding bags for our tackling circuit. Like, that's not normal. And everybody loves him, and he has just a personality that is naturally just you want to be around.
Yeah.
I coached him for I was on the coaching staff for his entire I guess junior and senior year, so or sophomore, junior, senior year. But I was specifically his position coach his senior year, and honestly, I just got out of his way, right? I just made sure he got there at 7 o'clock and had his Philly cheesesteak before the game. But no, coaching JJ, especially early on in my career, was very rewarding because he was one of the hardest workers, and you really didn't have to start his engine. Like, he was always going, and he was very coachable and things. And we grew together, honestly. Maybe I grew more than he did because he was already a well-polished player when I was there. So I was just trying to kind of fine-tune things like that. But he did a great job with our position group just being a leader. And you can see that in the class after that. They kind of followed his role, and that has just kind of cycled through. Since that first year, we call ourselves the Dudes, and we call JJ the Papa Dude because he kind of started it all off for us. But I think it goes back to building that relationship with JJ, and he knew that where I was coming from, and he knew where he was coming from, and we were just working together to be the best versions of ourselves right there. And I wish nothing but the best for him. He did wonders for me as a young coach, but just seeing him come around still and just be a part of it, and every time I see him, I give him a big bear hug and everything. Like, that's my guy, and I'm so proud of his effort, his work, and everything he's done. Like, he's gonna, even if he's going to be in the NFL, but if it ended today, like, that man's gonna be successful in whatever he does because of how he carries himself.
What are qualities of that player that you want them to have? That's are they really coachable? Are they a hard worker?
100%. So I try to pride myself on coaching every kid because I know I look like this athletic specimen right here, but I was not the athletic specimen in high school, or either now for that fact. But I really pride myself on coaching every kid and giving every kid value. Whether it's the J.J. Pegueses of the world or the guy that's just a junior varsity player or anything like that. And what I expect is to be coachable, right? I'm going to coach you hard. I'm going to hold you to a standard. But just come out every day with energy and effort. None of those things require talent. With energy and effort and being coachable. Those are those kind of soft skills that you got to have. But just being ready to work every day. And I've been blessed with the position group that they show up to work every day.
Well, to be completely honest, when I come out there on a Monday and I knew we had like a JV game or something like that, I'd be kind of low energy, and then you'd come out there screaming and yelling and hitting
Right.
everybody. It'd give me a little bit more.
100%.
So I think it's easy to have energy in that position.
I love it. Well, I try to. Sometimes I'll be faking it until I make it because I'll be tired too. But once I see y'all kind of down, I got to get us going. I got to light a fire under somebody. So
to kind of round off the entire interview, this is just a staple question we have. If you're going down on an island for 6 months, and you
I
have to
saw
pick
this on there. Yeah.
one member of the staff, and then what for you is different? I guess any alum or OHS alum
Ooh, okay.
or anybody you've coached.
All right. That's tough. That's tough because we've talking about former players I've coached. I mean, shoot. Well, JJ would be a good one, but you can't forget about Clay Cromwell. I mean, dude's in the Navy now, and graduated from Navy, about to start his active service, and he is just a dude. Like he came and played as a sophomore, and he just got bigger and bigger, and he was a baller by his senior year. You've watched some film of him. I remember you sending me clips like, this is what they're running right here. So he'd be on the short list. I don't know if I might just give like a list of short lists. I don't know if I'm gonna hammer it in.
I think Clay's the pick there.
I don't know. Yeah,
if you want to survive,
100%. But then I mean, in the previous years, Cortland Wilfong, who's a worker, and Alec Vaughn, that crew. I came up with them as their freshman offense coordinator, and we kind of grew together for 4 years. So I know if we got in the alley, they'd be behind me too, and then Jack Harper as well, and then really just any guys that have kind of come through that position group. Right, I feel like we have a relationship that we could we could figure some things out. The coaching staff, right? You could pull a name from a hat, and we'd figure it out because we're just all problem solvers there. But no, that's a good question, and
I know it's hard for you.
It's hard, but yes, I would have some good choices. Like if I had to pick like 2 or 3, like out of any of those, we'd be all right on an island or wherever we need to be to get out to where we need to get to. So,
give me some.
All right, brother. I appreciate